Bonjour, Kinamagi Nene Ireland Indigenous, and welcome to this overview of our Week 15 learning plan and announcements. We'll begin this edition inside of our Google Classroom, and this is accessible to students via the Google Classroom app, or it's automatically loaded on their Chromebooks at the school. They need to contact me from home. There is that information right there. They can click there, it'll open up their Gmail, and they can send me a message. And I try my best to reply to these as quickly as possible. This is also my Google Voice number. If you're going to text me, please include your name and your student's name so I know who I'm talking to. Please be aware that some things are not discussable via text, and I would ask you to give me a phone call at that point. I want to make sure that students remember this is here, as we're coming up on a 5-day weekend, and some students do get bored by day 3 or day 1 in my kid's case, and maybe they want to access some of this material. As always, you'll find these videos, and you can see the one for week 14, which actually starts this morning, as I'm recording on a Monday morning with a 2-day week, although this will be sent home on Tuesday. You see the most recent newsletter, the one that your students never actually physically got in their possession due to the inclement weather conditions, but is available. If I need to print a copy for you, I'm more than happy to do such. And you can see some of our older material. Our breakfast and lunch menus for November, the December ones will be going up there very shortly. Our school calendar, remind information, and some links to our tribal education website, and my teacher page, which we'll look at in a moment. In the course of Michigan winters, we do have snow days, as you're aware. And one site I want to make sure you're aware of is sagchipschool.net. That's our school website, constructed by the education department. And you will notice under live feed, you'll see when there are closings, and that is from our education director, Mrs. Christina Sharp. So this kind of helps you if you need to just jump online and you're not sure. She does publish this very quickly here. If you scroll down, there's a links to the apps in the App Store and on Google Play. You can get that and select that you want the push notifications, and you'll get a text message saying, yes, school is closed. It is much faster than the ones that I send out via email. If you don't get if I don't have your email address, that could be a problem. Or if you've changed an email address, this will come right to you. Also, I just want to remind you, if you go back up here, sorry about the scrolling, under menu and teacher pages, there's a list of some of our staff. You can click there, it'll open up this tab, and you can see our learning plan that we're talking about in this video. And I have started to publish some of these announcements as well. I find it hard to believe that you would go right here and not there, but I figure the more opportunities you have to see this information, the less risk there is of showing up to school and finding very few of us here. And you can see that we have the learning plans for week 15. That's the weeks after Thanksgiving, and the week 14, which is the one we're currently in. One other thing I'd like to point out, and this is linked to from the classwork, and the links way up here, this Padlet. This is teacher approved content that students can do on their own. So if they're wanting to learn a little bit about our language, there are some links right here. Under more practice, we have a room recess. Duolingo is very popular amongst our students. They have their own accounts for the classroom. They're always welcome to jump on these things whenever they want at home, including like typing and nitro type. I won't give you assignments from here. I won't, unless we're in school. But if the student's like, you know what, I really want to learn a little bit more, I can do more, then this is there, including Mel Kids, which is the Michigan Electronic Library. We have tribal libraries, website, some information on Google Classroom. We got some math here. Khan Academy is a really good one. Prodigy is popular, and there's a Prodigy ELA version as well. I didn't put 2 links though. And ST Math is something we do at school as well. So if your student's really bored and they're getting in the way of you making dinner, I would send them, go check something out on your Padlet. Let them explore, have a little fun on their own. So now let's look at our learning plan for week 15. This is the week after Thanksgiving. And you can see it is a full week, knock on wood. I thought last week would be closer to a full week, and I was wrong. So you can see we moved a few things that were present in week 14 down to here, or even in week 13, such as the 7 November edition of Scholastic. I'm just going to flip the orders there. You will note that there's a Friday being mentioned here, and you'll get more information of that in our next newsletter, which should come out around the 30th. I will send that home there, and I'll send the video home probably on the 1st. More information will come to you at that time. There's still a few loose ends to be tied up with the snow days, but as of right now, that plan is for December 2nd. You can see that as we go through, we're in a new unit with multiplying and dividing decimals. We're rapidly getting through our Watery Planet unit in science. We will complete that unit prior to the winter break. Same thing with this current math chapter. I'd like to use winter break as a good time to not try to carry things over 2 weeks and expect students to remember them fluently, although that would be awesome. Social studies, we're going to end lesson 1 and move into lesson 2. Math review and enrichment, you can see that we're doing some reviews for grades right here, multiplying and dividing. That's all content from quarter 1, but needs to be practiced, reviewed, and mastered every quarter. You see a little bit of geometry. Our standard tech items there for you. Our web block, there's a suggested pacing there. I also will have a checklist for them that tells them which days they should be doing this. However, if they have SEL one day and they don't get a lot of time, they can come back to it. That's the benefit of a checklist. You'll notice that on Fridays, I don't know how much time we'll have, so it just says checklist completion. And you can see some of our small group items, and there are some smaller group items, as I call them, that aren't posted here, are based on individual students and their needs. Hope everyone has a relaxing and enjoyable and a safe Thanksgiving weekend, whether you're celebrating or not. Good opportunity to read 20 minutes a day. That's a great thing for our students to do. And studies show that it does benefit them academically. Plus, it's nice and relaxing. You've seen some of the items that they could do if they're bored, but also take some time for enjoying family. Whether it's your nuclear family or your extended family. We don't want students necessarily to spend their whole week doing work, because there is a benefit to relaxation. If students have any questions, please have them email me. Or if you have any questions, you can email me at mireland@sagchip.org or mireland@sagchipschool.net. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Typically in a normal year, I get about 2 or 3 emails during the course of these breaks asking for login information or whatever. I'll do my best to answer as quickly as I can. With holiday events and family, sometimes it might take me a minute, but I'll do my best to get you that information as quickly as possible. So enjoy your long weekend, and I look forward to seeing the kids back in the classroom on Monday the 28th for a full week, and then quickly we're getting through into some events like our winter programs coming up. There's a Scholastic Book Fair coming up, and we'll talk about more of those in our next episode. Well, Minogishep, Minwa, Bamapi.